Today we're going to talk about our fourth technique, how to solve a system by elimination. So this is my favorite technique. I really like this one. It only works if you have your x's lined up, your y's lined up, your equal signs lined up, and your constants, just the numbers, lined up. So we want this kind of look if we're going to solve by elimination. We definitely don't want like the y equals mx plus b with other things. We like this look for elimination. It's not absolutely necessary, but for our purposes, let's just say this is the best way for it to look to solve by elimination. Okay, so when you're trying to solve by elimination, what you're looking at is if you just drew a line, if you just drew a line and said add, would one of your variables eliminate itself? In this case, this is lovely because yes, the y's would end up eliminating each other. So I would just have 3x and x, 4x, negative 12 and 4, negative 8. Divide both sides by 4. So x would equal negative 2. As always, I can't just have one part of my solution. I need both parts. So I will take my negative 2 and either plug it in here or plug it in here and figure out what y is. I like this one better. So negative 2 plus y equals 4. Add 2. Y equals 6. 6. Negative 2, 6. That is my solution. Let's try this again. Okay, so I've got my x's, my y's, my equal signs, my numbers. Life is good, but if I drew a line and said add, my x's would not eliminate, and my y's would not eliminate. There is a way around this, though, because we can multiply or divide an entire equation by something. Yes? And so I'm going to choose to multiply this entire equation by positive 3. Why? Because then this would become 3x and it would eliminate the negative 3x. So my system becomes 3x plus 3y equals 9. People often forget it's got to be every piece. Negative 3x plus 2y equals negative 19. Now if I draw my line and add, the x's will eliminate. I get 5y equals negative 10. So y equals negative 2. I can't stop there. I need to figure out what x is. So I can either go back to one of these or one of these. I'm going to go back to the original x plus negative 2. So minus 2 equals 3. So x equals 5. There's my solution. Okay. If I drew a line and said add, my x's would not eliminate. My y's would not eliminate. I am going to multiply the top equation by negative 2. Then my x's would eliminate. So I'm going to get negative 2x plus 2y equals negative 8. And my other equation, 2x minus 2y equals 3. Now when I draw my line and add, my x's eliminate. Oops. My y's eliminate as well. So I've got nothing over there equals negative 5. Nothing equals -5. That's false. That is a lie. False. So this system has no solutions. Okay. If I drew a line and tried to add, no one would eliminate. This would be kind of hard. But if I look at my y's, if I multiply 3 by 2, yeah, that's going to work. So I'm going to multiply this whole thing by 2. I'm going to get 8x plus 6y equals -56, with 5x minus 6y equals -35. See, the better we are with numbers, the more we know about numbers, the easier this is. Okay, so that's 13x equals negative, let's see, 91. See, it's that knowing numbers. Okay, 13 happens to be one of my favorite numbers, and I happen to know that 13 times 7 is 91. So this is x equals -7. Where would I like to go? X is -7. I'm going to go into the first one. So 4 times -7 plus 3y equals -28. So -28 plus 3y equals -28. So add 28 to both sides. So 3y equals 0. Divide by 3, y equals 0. So there's my solution. One more. Well, well, well. This one doesn't look pleasant for x's. It doesn't look pleasant for y's either. So I could abandon solve by elimination and try substitution or graphing or haul out my calculator, or I could tough it out. I know something about numbers. So if I multiplied 4 by 3, it would be 12. And if I multiplied 6 by 2, it would be 12. So I'm going to multiply this top equation by 3 and this bottom equation by -2. So I'll get positive 12y and negative 12y, and then my y's will eliminate. So I have 27x plus 12y equals -9, with -12x minus 12y equals positive 14. Okay, so this is 15x equals 5. Divide both sides by 15. So x equals 1/3. Eek. No wonder the numbers were so ugly. Okay, so x is 1/3. I like this one better. 6 times 1/3 plus 6y equals -7. 6 times 1/3 would be 6/3. That's 2 plus 6y equals -7. Subtract 2 from both sides. 6y equals -9. Divide by 6. Y equals -1.5 or -3/2. -3/2. So, ugly, ugly solution. Okay, if you've done elimination before, this should bring it back. If you have not, be sure to chat with me in class tomorrow.